Welcome back to the Mallorca save with a shirt. It took a month thanks to Brexit and various different issues, but the guys at the Mallorca club and in the shop were very, very kind enough to help get all of the details sorted out. And they were also kind enough to pop extra badges on. And we have a new number 10, lads. ChesnoidGaming. Obviously, it's got the little... Got the little accent over the end. I asked them to do that just for a bit of Spanish flavour. Obviously, ChesnoidGaming doesn't really flow off the tongue too well. But we are in a Mallorca top for the very first time. They're also kind enough to throw in a couple of face masks as well. We've got this red one and then one in black that's very similar. So they'll come in handy over the next few weeks and months, of course. Right. Not only have we got a brand new number 10... to add to our brand new number 10 signed in the summer, we are now in the January transfer window and looking to sign new players in other positions as well. I am really in need of a new winger. Dani Rodriguez is starting to decline. So, I need that winger sooner rather than later. Dani Rodriguez can still be a very good impact player off the bench for us. Fabas, we're still looking to sell on to try and fund some extra moves. I'm looking for a backup right back as well. And we've still got some names on the shortlist from the summer that I'm looking to try and bring in. A couple of them are still I'm very keen on. Advincula, I'm not sure if I'm going to go for him anymore. I could, and he could kind of tide us by as we thought he could do until we are in a position to sign someone that's much better than Casas to come in at right back. But Casas has been improving steadily throughout the course of this second season, and I don't think replacing him in the starting lineup is the answer at this particular moment in time. So I think I'm going to lean towards getting Pippa from Huddersfield, who has potential of the late 70s, about 79 potential-wise, 78, 79. But with the right amount of first-team football and dynamic potential, he could kick on further than there. Obviously, Lucas Robertone would be a wonderful player to have in the centre of midfield, but he's very expensive. And we've got those new youngsters coming through, Zacharia, as well as Avila, who hopefully will be a decent centre mid by the time his stats convert. But Zacharia is almost as good as Pudge already, and certainly could do the job for us in a box-to-box style role. Could perhaps do with slightly better tackling, but certainly he's the best option we have youngster-wise right now. So the plan is to sell Fabas, to sign a winger, to sign a right back, and then see what we've got left and take it from there. Of course, Suleiman has come in as well. He's looking more like, he's looking more like a centre mid than anything else as well, isn't he? So I'm not short on numbers in the central area right now. So for the time being, I think it's a case of sign a winger, sign a right back, take it from there. Now, I'm going to prioritise with my minimal money that I've got at the minute, getting the right back in. Or do I? Because Dani Rodriguez is going to need replacing sooner rather than later. But then if Casas gets injured, I've got no one to back him up. I at least have someone I could throw out wide if Dani Rodriguez gets injured. So I think it's going to be either Carlos Mane or Didier Lamkelze that I'm going to go for in a wide position. Lamkelze can play at striker as well and on either side. And with 77 finishing and 81 dribbling, he looks like he could be a pretty tasty player as well. He too can grow to the late 70s. So it'll kind of take us on to that next level before we then replace again in, say, a season and a half's time. So I'm gonna go for Pippa. I'm currently scouting Gustavo Asensao for a potential centre mid option if we decide that we do want to get someone else in. I'm also perhaps going to try and loan Fabio Silva again if I can, to see if I can force that deal across the line. But we will start by trying to buy Pippa as a backup right back, and he would be a great backup right back, I think. I'll offer them initially slightly undervalued because I don't expect them to be asking too much for him, because I don't think he's a first teamer at Huddersfield. £4,800. Are they coming down from 6? They certainly aren't. We'll try again. He is only 23, so they're perhaps quite within their rights to ask for as much as 6, and I probably should stretch as far as that, but they've come down to 5.5, and I'll accept that. They've shown some willingness to negotiate, so we'll not play too hardball. We are hoping to raise a considerable amount for Fabas this year. Wants an important role, that's fine. I perhaps could have tried to negotiate a rotation role, but he'll be getting plenty of football alongside Casas as we move through the divisions. I'm going to deny a release clause, and of course I will add... Let me open it in front of me, actually. Open the release clause spreadsheet so I can add Casas in. Currently, Fabas has a release clause on his current contract of £49.5 million. So, most of the time they're willing to take a bit of a pay cut. So hopefully they'll take a pay cut there, and they will. Good. So let's see. I've got him on the transfer list. He's valued at 19.5. Now, when I did his, or when he signed that contract with a release clause, he was valued at 16.5. But obviously he's gone up +1 since then. Still, I'm wanting to sell him. I'd sell him for anything over 25 probably because of our financial situation. So I'm quite happy to let him go. But I should hopefully have enough money now, I should do it that way, to try and loan Fabio Silva. Now, we tried in the summer and we weren't able to get anything across the line. I'll say short term because we only want him on to the end of this season. I don't expect they'd accept a 1-year deal at this stage anyway. And I'll say I'll pay most of his, well not most of, but a large percentage of his wages to hopefully try and tempt him to agree. There was someone in the comment section that said that the reason, or theorized, not definitively the right answer or not yet, that some of the reasons, or a potential reason that some of my loan bids in the summer were getting turned down was because I was only offering a small percentage of the wages. Why that should matter, I'm not sure. But we'll wait and see what Fabio Silva says. But we do have a new right back. We have a new player in our squad. Welcome Pippa. Hashtag welcome Pippa. Comunicado Oficial. Another new signing in. Now I'm going to go and add Pippa to my shortlist. Or not to my shortlist, to my spreadsheet. So you guys can see what his release clause is going to be at this stage of his career. And we have 5 games this month. I'm not bothered about the cup at this stage. So it's probably going to be, well, definitely Almeria that I play. And probably Cadiz as well. And we'll sim the home games. That makes sense, right? Okay, that's what I'll do. Back in a sec. So you can see from the spreadsheet here now, I've got it highlighted here. Pippa, 23, 74 rated, £5.5 million is his valuation. I'm not sure whether his incoming valuation is the same as what you pay for him. I don't imagine so, but it just so happens to be that we bid 5.5 and he's now valued at 5.5. New signing, so has the extra tick here, so his multiplier is 5 and his release clause is 27.5 million. Well, it's going to be pounds, isn't it? Not euro, because we're using pounds. But let me do that. There you go. So £27.5 million is Pippa's release clause. Unfortunately, rejected loan bid. So Fabio Silva will not be joining us on loan. I don't know what I need to do to get players to accept the loan. A transfer bid from Fabio Ozan Tuf. I'm thinking of Ozan Kabak. I saw Ozan Tufan is a 76 rated centre mid, which I don't need, but I will negotiate this because Fenerbahce certainly are a side that could afford to pay his. Here, let me propose another exchange player. Have they got any wingers? Diego Perotti, 35. I don't know. I don't recognise any of those names. Is there anyone else I could try and get that would improve me? Maybe a striker? Don't think so. Enner Valencia. Wow, shout out Enner Valencia. Let's remove the exchange player and I'll propose a new transfer fee of... It's a big jump. It's a big jump. But he's probably worth 26, 27. They've offered me Deniz Turuc instead. No, I don't want Deniz Turuc, but will you give me £28 million? Perhaps. No, I just said I don't want him. Come on now. Money. Give me money, lads. Alright, fine. They obviously were only going to do a deal with a player coming the other way. I'm like, I don't want this player. Okay, but do you want this player? That's the same guy, mate. Okay, moving forward, a Russo transfer bid from Freiburg. Now, what's Russo's release clause? Russo is not in our starting lineup and he's aging a little bit. They've offered 4.2 and he has a release clause of 5.2. So if I potentially negotiate this to 5.2, then that would be a release clause met, and because he was 2.6 million when he signed this contract. He's now valued at 4. He was 72 rated when he signed this. So I'd be willing to let him go for 5.2, and once we sell Fabas, get an extra centre back in. Look, I'm going to ask for 5.2 again. You came up to 4.4. Are you actually willing to negotiate till 4.5? Is it worth letting him go for 4? I mean, Russo is decent, but at 27, okay. At 27, it's a case of is his sale going to improve the side long term, or would that just be a sale for the sake of making a sale? And I fear it would probably be a sale for a sale for the sake of making a sale, because I wanted to match his release clause to kind of factor in what we've been doing in the save. But you never know, someone else might come in for him. We still have plenty of opportunity to sign other players in this window, but first we need to sim this home game against Alaves in the Cup. Alaves in our league now, having been relegated last year, and Fabas puts himself right in the shot window with 2 extra time goals. Fabas with 2 and Kufre with the first. We are through to the next round of the Copa del Rey, which is good news. Right, Reina contract situation. Oh yeah, I was going to offer him a new deal, wasn't I? And he rejected my initial offer, which I should now be able to delegate a new deal. Right, he wanted. Oh no, not offering him that much, sir. He wanted 2.5, didn't he, when he rejected it yesterday? And I'll sign that. No, what do you mean no contract extension? That's pointless. That's just me giving you more money until you leave at the end of the season. Come on now. Let's actually do this logically, shall we? You have to sign some form of extension, please. And that's that done. So actually, I need to update Reina on this. I don't even have him on my list because I was expecting him to be sold or to retire, to be honest. So we'll keep him for now, and I imagine he'll retire very, very soon. Suleiman's position change is complete. So 61 rated. Stays 61 rated as a centre mid, which is slightly frustrating. So, do we do playmaker? Do we do box to box? He doesn't really need a pace boost yet. Ball winning midfielder, that might up his overall slightly. Although as a centre mid, he's probably going to be needing the dribbling and the passing more so, isn't he? Let's go centre midfield so we can train some of his physicals as well. And that will take 13 weeks. We'll up his skill moves as well, so we can get rid of that email now. So that's one position change done. Zaragoza, probably the side that I want to play. Zaragoza? No, Cadiz. Let's play... Who's highest in the league? That's the most important thing. Cadiz. Cadiz are 11th. Zaragoza are 13th. Yeah, and Almeria I obviously definitely want to play. So we'll sim the home game. We should be strong enough to get victory here as well. And we are, in quite some fashion. Brenner and Mbula in Sewer. A 4-0 win at home against Zaragoza. That'll do nicely. So, up next will be the played game against Cadiz, unless we get any more transfer bids, which at the minute we don't think we will, unless someone comes in for Fabas again. Verdejo position change. Right, now this should hopefully improve his overall quite considerably, because he doesn't have good finishing, but he should. I was kind of hoping that, because at right mid it wasn't necessarily going to take his shooting stats into consideration as much. So it might get a little bit of a boost. Wide playmaker, wide midfielder. Sprint speed could probably do with it actually. Support midfielder. Let's do support midfielder so he gets... No, I need his passing. I'm going to have to go for playmaker initially, and then we'll do his sprint speed after that. But 82 acceleration is decent to start with. Right, that's going to take 9 weeks. So some of these youngsters are really starting to get close to changing now, and hopefully by the end of the month, Zaki Ali should be able to do the same. Some of the others have actually progressed quicker than he has, which is slightly frustrating. Right, we're going to have to rotate a bit for this game against Cadiz, though. You can see their starting lineup on the left. I'm going to go and alter mine a little bit, and I'll see you in game. Nice lofted ball over the top. You can see that Fabas is starting in the shot window. Russo starting as well, actually. Nice tackle. Perhaps I shouldn't sell someone like Russo, or maybe I shouldn't sell anyone else at all until we definitely have the Fabas money, because I don't think I'm going to be able to adequately replace anyone with the minimal funds I currently have. Get that out wide there to Jordi and Bula. And back to Fabas. Insua is central. Going one way then the other, turning really nicely, but can't quite sort his feet out quickly enough. We don't have the best of records when playing in this pink kit. So I hope that we can get a better result here. I'll show you my starting lineup quickly. So Fabas is in, Zlatanovic is in, Russo, Bella Kotchap and Pippa are all in as well. So 5 changes to our regular starting lineup. It probably won't be long before we call up players like Zacharia and the other young Spanish youngster as well, I wouldn't have thought. Especially the young winger, actually. I might need to call him up sooner rather than later because of the nature of the squad right now, although it depends if and or when we get that Fabas money and I can buy someone else. But wait and see what happens in the window. We'll wait and see what happens in this game. Cadiz, of course, one of the sides that came down from La Liga last season. Good save by Koke Vegas. Not the best of defending from me. It was Alaves, Cadiz and someone else I can't recall. Valladolid that got relegated last season. So Valladolid certainly been the best of the 3 that came down. Deportivo Alaves are pushing for a playoff spot, and Cadiz are kind of mid-table at the moment. So neither of the 3 sides have really come down and bossed it, but Valladolid have been the best of the bunch so far. I guess neither of the 3 sides that went up from this division have played that well in the league above. I did expect Espanyol to do better than they have been. I'll whip this looking for the back post, and Zlatanovic can't get there because Wankala has put in a good headed clearance. Sanchez will deliver the corner, and Zlatanovic is up, does win this header, but straight at the keeper. Pereira with the throw eventually. Actually, for the very rare time that dummy actually works, had me going the other way. I used that dummy quite a bit with the throw, but it very rarely fools you because it's kind of obvious what they're going to do, but he actually caught me there. Sanchez down the line to Dani Rodriguez, who is declining, as we mentioned, which is a real shame. He had such an impact in that first season. Fabas out wide to Mbula. Across goal. Good save by David Hill. Decent effort by Mbula. Right, we nearly scored with a corner earlier. Can we do so now? Oh, yes, we can. Zlatanovic buries it. Gets his chance in the first team. And he's buried that really well indeed. Rising highest, heading down into the ground, catching the keeper out. And from that range, when it's going down and then bouncing back up, the keeper stands no chance. Great goal. We lead. Through the gap to Zlatanovic. And Fabas. Zlatanovic is going to go again. It's just deciding when to play the ball to get him in. It's a decent run. Slow turn though. That's let him down. Space though from Mbula. Can he this time? No. Hill again with a good save across him. Probably needed to be a little bit closer. I mean, carbon copy of the last goal. Oh, he tried to get there. And Mbula's underneath this. Oh, with one of the worst chest controls you've seen for a while. It'll be 1-0 at half-time. Yeah, Almeria at top of the table and, well, going to stay there with the 3rd goal away from home against Sporting. That shows how serious an outfit they are this season, because Sporting have been one of the best sides in this division in the season and a half we've been here so far, and they are hammering them on their own patch. And Mbula will squeeze this forward to Zlatanovic. And Dombele signed at Real Madrid from Tottenham Hotspur. Dani Rodriguez trying to get in behind here. Need a sharp turn. Finds the pass. Zlatanovic. Perhaps a bit ambitious to try the shot from there. An hour played. I'm going to be forced into some changes because of stamina. Let's take Insua on and bring Puj on. And Suleiman is going to come on in that role there. I think that'll be it for now. I could bring Casas on and then move Pippa forward to right mid where he can play. So that's certainly something that we could utilise, is Pippa's ability to play out wide. And in fact, I may as well do that right now because Mbula's knackered. Right, okay, they're my 3 changes then. It's one final throw of the dice from us to try and get ourselves a second to kill the game off, but we have to make sure that we don't throw away what we've already got in the meantime. Cross to Suleiman, his first touch of the ball as a Mallorca man. And at the back post, if Kufre can find him, Zlatanovic might be scoring another header. He did get contact on that, but not enough of it. Just glancing off his head, obviously put off by the man in front of him, got the technique wrong, and unfortunately, we won't be scoring a second. He's Garrido in the middle for Cadiz. Good block by Febas, and he'll get to the loose ball first as well, and we'll just make sure we keep hold of it. There's only 5 minutes to go here. Really isn't long left for either side to score the next goal in this game. Oh, and Fuji could have gotten on the end of the pass and or stolen it away from the Cadiz man. We could have been in one-on-one. Get a tackle in. I couldn't quite get there with Suleiman. Alejo over the top. Nano nods that down well to Sergio Gonzalez. And Kufre's going to have his work cut out here against Alejo. They might be teammates soon, depending on what else happens in this window. Oh, and I can't quite get it off him. Into Alejo again. Not now, please. Time is pretty much up. Survive this attack, and we take all 3 points. Kufre is trying his best to ensure that we do survive this attack. Come on, ref. No, ref, please. And oh, it's terrible clearance, Suleiman. Febas, thank you. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Oh, the heart was racing, but in the 95th minute, we do see it through, standing solid enough defensively. We dominated the game and deserved the victory, but it was still a little bit nervy. Almeria with a 4-1 win. Valladolid beating Vallecano is good news for us. A Febas transfer offer is also good news for us. Lazio have come in with £20 million. Now, I'll try and get 25 plus. I'll start by countering at 27.5, and we'll see if there's any negotiation to be had there. 20.7 again. This money could be huge for us. Really should try my best to get this deal across the line. 22.3. Oh, should I accept that? If they'll pay 23, then that could, the extra 700 grand could help pay someone's wages. And it looks like Febas is on his way out. Oh, to Lazio, which is certainly a step up. And I'm going to be calling Zacharia up. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Call Zacharia up. Promote to senior team, and call Verdejo up as well. Promote to senior team. Welcome to the first team squad, gentlemen. Take Suleiman off there and put Verdejo in, and take Febas out there and put Zachiali in. Right. That's certainly better than we were. And there's still, hopefully, more to come from this transfer window. Let's keep moving forward. The scout report has come back for Asun Sao, and he's valued at 20 million. So if I could get him close to that valuation, then maybe we could afford him and a winger. I'm still leaning towards just buying a winger. I may even buy two. I may buy Carlos Mane as my winger, and then Lamkel Zay could be a backup striker, as well as being a good player out wide. That might be the way forwards to am I even going to be able to sign Carlos Mane? I could potentially sign Mane. Okay, that's good to know. I don't think I have the money at the moment. I don't. So I'll try just a player swap. And we'll see if we can get this. Have I got anyone in any extra areas that I don't necessarily need? I don't think so. I mean, maybe Suleiman, because I said I'm not going to need him. I mean, it's not going to make any difference, is it? So they want 8.5 for him. 8.5 is fine. I can afford to give you that. We will just have to wait a week to give you it, if that's okay. Logroñez next in the cup. I will actually rotate a little for this to ensure that everybody's fit for the next league game. So it is an opportunity for players like Verdejo even to get some first team football. Zachiali can come in at Cam. Zlatanovic was very good at striker in the last game. Purge for Bay. Kufre for Bravo. Actually, let's do that. And, well, Febas can have a start. Why not? Let's put Febas in instead. One final game. One final hurrah for Febas in a Mallorca shirt. And he marks it by scoring after 8 minutes. 2-0 win against Logroñez, and we're through to the next round of the Copa del Rey. He, of course, had a rather dramatic cup exit last season to Barcelona, and Febas has gone. Febas gone out. Bye-bye. See you later. Deal done. Right. Time for a new winger. Time for Lamkel Zay, I think. Could get him for, well, as little as 6. Which isn't much above his valuation. He doesn't, by default, grow that much, supposedly. But that's where dynamic potential comes into effect. And they'll accept 5 mil. Deal done, sir. Lamkel Zay, 6'4", so he's going to be very, very useful with that physicality. If we can train him. I do need a crucial midfielder. I'll say crucial just to appease the board. And then, to be fair, Lamkel Zay can probably go straight into the starting lineup ahead of Danny Rodriguez. I will reject or deny that release clause for now, and I'll add him to my spreadsheet after this. And he wants 9 grand. I'm quite happy to accept all of that. That's not a problem whatsoever. Lamkel Zay is in. A backup striker and a backup winger as well, starting at winger. And that was a medium objective. You see how the board have responded to that with my manager rating now. Absolutely delighted they are. And we're second in the league. That's going to be a big factor with it too. So for now, let's take Bravo out of there. Sorry, Bravo. And we can throw Lamkel Zay into the starting lineup. Right. Let me just sort that around for OCD. Get everybody in the right position. Lamkel Zay is in and starts on the left. I'm going to go and add him to my spreadsheet. And then it's time to play top of the table Almeria to maybe replace them in first position. Almeria starts with Lucas Robertone in at cam. Centelles still at left back for them in what I think is a 4-2-3-1. It is a wide variant of Sadiq up top. I don't know who the top goal scorers in the league are this year. I haven't been paying too close attention to it. I'd like to think that Brenner is up there. I don't know if Sadiq is a dangerous player or not. We'll find out, I suppose, in the next 90 minutes or so. Lamkel Zay is available down the line, and here he is. And having as good physical stats as he does, and promising technicals as he does. Oh dear, that was a terrible pass. And having the physical, like just the sheer size of him, being 6'4", he's going to be a very promising player for us if we can train him the right way, Lamkel Zay. I am particularly impressed, or particularly excited about his future, and he could very well impress. He's Cameroonian as well, so not quite the Samuel Eto'o replacement we were looking for, but still channeling his inner Sammy Eto'o to try and succeed at Mallorca. Oh, that's poor. That's terrible decision-making from the left-back. And we could be in here. Zay to Brenner. Good footwork to keep it away from the Almeria men. And Bay just playing Sewer in here and get a shot away early so a defender can't block it was going to be the next sentence out of my mouth. Blocked by a defender. But there's an opportunity that was just gifted to us by poor defensive play by Centelles, inexplicably squaring it across the middle of the field there. And under-hitting the pass terribly. That's normally something you see me do, not the AI. Sadiq into Robertone. Sadiq again. They're pulling my defence this way and that. This is a dangerous move, and Lazio gets it in. Thankfully, Kim Min-jae is there to get rid of it. Lazio back to Centelles, looking to make up for that mistake. Robertone. Someone react to that! Jesus Christ, Koke Vegas. You do make me wonder why I bought you sometimes. Robertone with a corner. Oliveira has his cross blocked by Jordi Mbula. Corner to come in. Koke Vegas directing traffic in that area. And Lazo wide of the target. Not much happening in that first half. In a game between two of the best sides in the division that have been scoring goals quite well and playing some good football. Bit of a snore draw at half-time. I've just kicked off for the second half, hoping to, well, create more than one opportunity in the next 45 minutes. But it's been a slow one. It does occasionally happen between big sides that when there's so much on the line, neither really looking to be too gung-ho for risk of making a mistake and costing them the position that they're in. Oh, please flip this on. Oh, no. Could have got Lamkel Zay in for his first goal for the club. Brenner does get a shot away, and the keeper does keep it out. But, oh, that could have been something special for Lamkel Zay on debut. It's not to be, but we have had another shot. So, already matching our first half efforts in the first 5 minutes of the second. So, fingers crossed that's a sign for a more promising and more entertaining second half. Neuhaus has gone to PSG for £75 million. That is a big fee for a player that wasn't sure really would warrant a fee that sort of size. Insua, oh, just trying to keep it away from the defenders, but can't do it. Nicely to Sadiq again. I don't like this. Robertone. Oh, it's good footwork. And this is surely going to be 1-0 Almeria. Pulling my entire defence, not just one or two players. Everybody left to right, to left, to right. And then they find the back of the net. It's just too good. This turn here from Robertone, that's what made it. That's what made it. I thought I was going to get the ball off him there. And just a quick flick with one foot to the other. He's gotten it away from the defender. And then with a couple of passes, they've split me open. They have themselves the advantage, Almeria. First chance they've created in this... Oh, hello. First chance they've created in this second half so far. And it's the first goal of the game. Devastating, considering what we've been doing so far this season. Unless Brenner can find the space to pull the trigger here. Which he can't. But another corner. Come on, please. 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 Oh. Almeria are just too good for me at the minute. And I can't really say otherwise. Bula. Insua. Zay over the bar. Over the top to 1VR. They've got numbers forward here and they're going to pull me one way then the other again, aren't they? You can just tell. Out to Centelles. It's pushed a long way up, so if we can win it back, the option of a counter is there. Can we win that with Kufre? No. Petrovic. Kim Min-jae goes in. Man goes to ground. No foul given. Ismail Kassas quickly to Bay. And into Mbula. Looking for Brenner. Who's turned really nicely, actually. And driving through that gap. Brenner. Looking for Zay. Oh, he's just let it run across his body. Support. Sanchez. Antonio Sanchez kicks it straight against the defender. I'll still try and get it through round there. Looking for Brenner. He spun well. Brenner can't pull the trigger. The defender with the quicker acceleration and able to get to the ball before I can swing the leg at it. That is probably going to be our last opportunity. I had substitutions waiting to be made, but the ball hasn't gone out of play for them to come onto the pitch, unfortunately. And with 2 minutes to go, I don't even know when I'm going to touch the ball again, let alone have a chance on goal. Almeria have been very good and deserve the victory, probably. We did have a bright start to the second half, but we just weren't able to see it through. And all told, I think they had more chances, have played the better football, and deserve the 3 points and go marching on towards a La Liga Smart Bank title. But Almeria will win here, and we really haven't turned the Estadi, or the Visit Mallorca Estadi, into much of a fortress at all at any point in this save, have we? We've always seemed to struggle in home games, and I don't really know why. I don't know if there's much in it to be decided, or much reason behind it. We just don't seem to perform at home. Espanyol in the cup now. Has the game been moved in the league? No, we had the Las Palmas game at the end of the month anyway, didn't we? So we will... Oh, Pudge wants to play, does he? I'll think about it. Pudge, go on then. Why not? Good opportunity in the cup for reserve players to impress again, as obviously we want to ensure that our strongest team is available for the league fixtures, as rather understandably that's the competition that we are concentrating most on right now this season. Ali can go in then for Insua, and Danny Rodriguez can go back onto the left, and Russo can go in for Andrade, and Kufre's up to 82 now. Kufre up to 82. Still no bids for him. Nobody wants my... Seeming that he's like a... Oh, we're out on pens. We're out on pens. Brenner got the first, and then Zay Didier gets the second, his first goal for the club. But we're out of the Copa del Rey. Not a problem. We can solely concentrate getting ourselves out of this division. Ali position change. Zaki Ali is a 66 rated cam, but a 66 rated centre mid. Oh, these guys haven't gone up in their overalls as much as I hope they had or would do. Right, box to box is what we're training on, just to get that sprint speed up. Maybe central midfield. Central midfield is probably the best, isn't it? Let's do central midfield. That takes 16 weeks. Oh, that's frustrating. I really hope that Zaki Ali was going to take a big jump. Let's see if we can get another worldie in from Portugal or Egypt. It doesn't look like there's going to be anybody here at this stage. And to be fair, we are not full on youngsters. Oh, Hassan Abdullah. But we... Oh, Gamal Suleiman! Jeez Louise. 2 in 1. I was about to say, but we are going to need to think about getting to the point where bigger players are going to come in when we're at a higher position. Gamal Suleiman, technically pretty decent for this stage and physically not amazing. That sprint speed and acceleration says to me that he should be a cam. 4 weeks to train to cam with 5-star skills as well. Let's get it done, Suleiman. And Hassan Abdullah, 5'6". He looks like he should be a cam as well. What's his finishing? 54. Yuck. Decent acceleration. Not the best sprint speed, but good agility. Okay. Let's change you to a cam too then, shall we? That's going to take 2 weeks. I think with those two coming in, I'm not going to look for any more, or I'm not going to sign any more offensive players. Let me recall my scouts. Can you recall a youth scout? You can. I'm going to recall my youth scouts, or at least these two, and I'm going to start looking for defence-minded players so we can get a centre-back in, and maybe a wing-back too. How much money have we got left? About 15 million. I could try and sign someone else, you know. Let me have a quick look through my squad and have a think about what I want to do over the next week. I think I am going to bring in that extra winger. Let's go for Carlos Mane and see if we can get this deal across the line again now that we've got the money to actually do it. It should be a pretty simple case of offering about what we did before and getting him in. Because they should... Oh, they want 8.4. I mean, I can afford to go that high, but I'd rather not if it's okay with you, lads. I'll give you 6.5, though. So we'll have about... Oh, they still want 8.4. They really are sticking to their price, aren't they? How about 7.4? We'll have some money to take over to next season. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll have some money to take over to next season. I'll negotiate this. But for the time being, I think we're going to be pretty happy with our business. I'll say rotation, because obviously Mbula will start. Once important, he can have it. He just might not necessarily get as much first team football as he wants to start with. But we'll say a 5-year deal. That should see him out. He wants 3 years. I'll try and negotiate 4. That will see him to probably to the end of the series, really, with 4 years. Let's see what we can do wage-wise. No release clause is fine by me. Of course, we'll add him to the spreadsheet. And he wants 11 grand a week. You can have 11 grand a week. Mane is in. Right, I am going to blitz this list. Because I'm very happy with the squad that we have now. And I'm going to take Verdejo out of there and put Mane in. Sorry, Verdejo, but you will have the opportunity. You will have the opportunity. We might well try and loan some of those young players next season, so that those players we've brought in that are slightly older will age out, and then those youngsters will have had the first team experience to grow to a point where we can use them. That's the plan. That's the plan. We've one final sim game to do here against Las Palmas. It is away from home, but I'm confident, and that confidence is well placed in Sua and Zlatanovic. Give us a 2-0 win away from home. It is possible to get good results in that pink kit, it seems. And where are we in the table at the end of deadline day? We're not sure. We'll find out in a moment. Tanguy Ndombele is the biggest deal of this window. 110-ish million pounds. 109.2. I'll move my head out the way. 74.2 for Neuhaus to PSG. And Diaz. Is that Brahim Diaz? Diaz for 50-something. Where are you? We're at... No, it's not the Diaz I was thinking of. Luis Diaz. From Porto to Atletico Madrid for 55 million pounds. So I'm quite happy with everything we've done so far today. I don't feel like I need to sell anymore, although we may well get the odd bid in. A bid, oh, just a straight player swap. Ruben Alcaraz for Antonio Sanchez. That is a straight no, go away. Antonio Sanchez at 24 and 76 rated is going to be one of our best midfielders throughout the course of this save, I would like to think. I don't think we should get much interest in anyone else. I'm still baffled that I've had no bids for Kufre. He's obviously the highest rated player in my team. He may well be the highest rated player in the league. But because he's a left back, nobody's showing any interest in him whatsoever. And that is lucky for us because he was high rated last year and we thought we might lose him. And if we can see out this transfer window, which looks like we're going to be able to do, we should, provided we can get our promotion done this season, be able to keep Kufre long term. Dennis Zacharia has gone from Borussia Mönchengladbach to Tottenham as their presumably Ndombele replacement. So £86.8 million. So they've sold Ndombele. Zacharia is more defence-minded and nowhere near as good technically as Ndombele. Certainly a miss for them and a downgrade, but that's not to say that Zacharia isn't a very good player. So let's have a look and see what the biggest deals were then in this transfer window. So Ndombele for on the 12th for £110 million. Zacharia we saw, Neuhaus we saw, and then the next one will be Diaz. So Bentancur to Mönchengladbach. There's their Zacharia replacement for £54.9 million. Juan Bernat to Real Madrid. Cranio to Inter. Jesus Corona to PSG. Porto to Arsenal. I think that's one we see quite a bit in Creamed actually. Rashica to Porto. It's their Diaz replacement, you'd imagine. Fekir to Juventus. Hello. Jared Bowen to Valencia. We might be playing Jared Bowen next season here in Spain. And Di has gone to Real Sociedad from Getafe. Back to Getafe from his loan spell with us. And now at Real Sociedad full time. Fofana, the centre mid from Monaco to Levante. Bednarak went in between windows to Real Sociedad. That would have been confirmed on the 1st of January. Eric Bailly to Lyon. Not much happening in this save so far with regards to big transfers. It's been a handful, but quieter transfer deadline days, that's for sure. We have previously had a hell of some transfer day experiences, haven't we? Like 3 or 4, if not even more, £1 billion plus transfer deadline days. Tiam is still looking like he's going to grow into quite a good player, but he's already growing into quite a good player now. Tiam is going to be one that we may well look to bleed into first team football next season if he keeps growing that well. Avila, great potential. Suleiman, great potential. Abdullah, we'll wait and see. 63 to 81. Doesn't look like he's going to grow that much. Maybe a position change will help him. But certainly, Suleiman, 82 to 94 potential. Yes, please. I am all over that. Thank you. Nunez, not looking like he's going to be that spectacular. 72 to 80 potential. I'm going to release him. Avila, even though he's much lower rated, with the 80 to 94 potential, we'll keep him for now. And obviously, loan him out next year. But that will see out the transfer window. And that will see us finish the month of January in 3rd. Back behind Valladolid. Still 3 points between 1st and 4th. As the fight continues, and it's actually not quite as tight now for that final playoff spot, as Vallecano, whilst dropping down from where they were, have a bit of a gap and some safety to Leganés, so if their form does continue to waver, they should be alright. How busy is our month of February? We shouldn't have too many busy months now. 4, 4, 5, 4. Yep, pretty straightforward run to the end of the season now. 4 episodes to go. Let's get ourselves, well, provided we don't finish in the playoffs, let's get ourselves promoted to La Liga. Are you ready? I am. Let's get it done. I'll see you tomorrow.